Good morning, friends. Welcome to this video, TFD Update 4. I'm rather tired today, but TFD waits for no man. Actually, it does. I think it waits for me. Happy Rainbow Squid Day, by the way. We are celebrating very hard over here, and I'm also wearing my Mint Mobile t-shirt. I'm not officially sponsored by them, but I am a pretty big Mint Mobile fan, and just for fun, link in the bio if you want to check them out. We are going to be putting together a drum kit, essentially. So unfortunately for the TFD project, we will not have a live drummer doing all the fun live drums and recording it professionally and all that. I wish we could, but instead we are taking a bunch of drum samples that I've been investing in, and specifically we are going to be using samples from two of my favorite producer and musician peoples, especially online. The first of those peoples is a guy named Joe Rickard. I know him most as he played drums for the band Red for quite a while. Until We Have Faces is probably my favorite Red album. So I'm very excited to be using samples that he recorded. Specifically, the kick, snare, and tom samples that we'll be trying out today are all samples that he sampled and recorded. So it's fun to say that Joe Rickard is going to be playing on the TFD project, even though, as far as I know, he is not aware of this. If you are Joe Rickard and you're watching, hi, I'm a huge fan. The second person that we'll be sampling from is a guy named Andrew Masters, who has this amazing YouTube channel. He's a fabulous drummer, guitar player, producer, musician in general. And on his YouTube channel, he has a lot of these really cool recording studio tour videos. I've loved watching those, and I'm going to be using his sample kit for the cymbals for this project. So crashes, rides, hi-hats, those types of things. I have the speakers on here, so we'll be able to listen together and figure out exactly what sample sounds we want for the TFD project, eh? Hooray. All right, let's get started then, shall we? I like that. That's also nice too. I think for the purposes of the mysterious TFD project, I think this kick will work very good. All right, now let's find a cool snare drum sound. I like that. That's also cool. I kind of like that. Man, I like these. Cool. I think we're gonna go with this snare sound. I really like the way it rings out. All right, now we choose some tom samples. I like those. Let me, all right, I like that tom. I like that tom. I think it's a little bit low for our purposes here. Let's go with this tom and this tom. Wonderful. Now let's go to finding some cymbals. We will need a crash or two, a hi-hat, see if we can get a ride. Let's test these out here. I like that. I also like that. I'm leaning more toward the second one. And I think the third one is probably... That's kind of a cool bell sound there. Let's go with a couple of those crash and actually, let's get the fun little bell sound in there too. We need, ideally, a closed hi-hat sound and an open hi-hat sound, so let's listen to these closed ones. Ooh, I think I like one of those. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I like that. Now let's get an open hi-hat sound. I kind of like that with the shorter cutoff where it doesn't ring out a ton. I think that should work fabulously. All right, now let's try the rides here. I think I like this one the best out of all the rides. All right, so we've got a kick drum, we've got a snare, we've got a couple toms, a couple crashes, open and closed hi-hat, and a ride cymbal. That, I think, should do it. All right, I think we've got a full kit now, so that was wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Joe Rickard and Andrew Masters for providing these samples and for technically being on the mysterious TFD project, which more information should be announced for that soon. Yeah, stay tuned for update 5, because update 5 should be pretty fun, I think. And hopefully I will be less tired in update 5 and more energized and ready to go. But, you know, the show must go on, to quote a pretty nice song. So, we'll see you all later. Have a fabulous time.